During the time skip, Rayleigh revealed the three main types of Haki: Armament, Observation, and Conquerors. Later, advanced forms of Haki were introduced. However, what if I told you that there are other, undiscovered types of Haki as well? I have seen many comments about Haki being boring. Some say that Conquerors is useless, some dislike Armament after Wano, and some believe it's the worst power system in the world because it makes devil fruits useless. Oda is gradually revealing the full Haki system. Before the time skip, the main focus was on devil fruits, but in the new world, strong Haki is just as important as a powerful devil fruit. Let's start by discussing the different types of Observation Haki, the power to perceive and observe beyond normal senses. Currently, there are three types of normal Observation Haki. Number 1. A user can carefully observe enemy movements to predict trajectories of their attacks and projectiles. For example, Luffy avoiding PX-Zero's bullets after the time skip is a good example of this. Katakuri revealed an advanced level of this Haki that allows the user to foresee a short period into the future. It's possible that the highest form of this Haki is future telling. Shirley, a fishman, has the ability to look into the future days or even years ahead. She used a crystal ball, so it may be a different power, but since it was not explained, it's possible that she's a natural-born strong observational Haki user like Asa and Otohime, who were born with this type of Haki. Number 2. A user can sense the presence of others outside of their line of sight by sensing their spirits, allowing them to perceive others even when it's not visually possible. Shanks was able to sense a weird presence while he was miles away from Wano country. Usopp is one of the few who have this ability. Otohime has the ability to sense the emotions of others through observation, allowing her to understand how others feel on the inside. Number 3. A user can perceive the presence of others in a large area, determining enemy numbers and their individual strength. Rayleigh demonstrated this ability even before the time skip. Later, Kobe awakened an advanced type of this Haki called voice hearing. This heightened ability allows the user to perceive the presence of others over a large area and feel their emotions. The voice of all things may be the highest form of this Haki, as it allows the user to hear the voices of the Sea Kings, Zunesha, and Poneglyphs. There are characters who are born with Haki, suggesting that those who can hear the voice of all things likely have the strongest willpower from the start. Fujitora possesses all three types of observational Haki. He could predict Doflamingo and Zoro's moves, he can perceive living beings around him as images in his mind, and he has demonstrated the ability to read and hear the true thoughts and emotions of other people. This made him aware, for example, that the Dressrosa citizenry bore no ill will towards Luffy while seemingly chasing him out of their country, similar to Otohime's abilities at Fishman Island. There are also three types of normal Armament Haki, which involves manifesting one's spirit into an armor around their body or weapon, making them stronger and negating devil fruit invulnerabilities. Number 1. A user can coat parts of their body to strengthen attacks or protect from them. Its advanced forms include full body Armament Haki and the ability to combine the toughness of Haki with the properties of a devil fruit depicted with swirls and a change of color. Number 2. Swordsmen and other weapon users can coat their weapons with Haki, allowing them to harm Logia users. The advanced form is permanent coating, which lets them permanently coat a blade in black, becoming a Kokuto. It's not confirmed, but it seems that it does not retain Haki properties. Number 3. The third type of Armament Haki is the ability to make armament flow out of the user's body in an ethereal form rather than simply keeping it around their skin or weapon. In Wano, Luffy learned the most advanced known form of Armament Haki, where the user goes one level beyond armament flow to destroy items and enemies from the inside. Now let's talk about the rarest form of Haki, Conquerors Haki, which cannot be attained through training, and it is said that only one in several million people is born with this ability. Currently, only one type of Conquerors Haki is known, along with its advanced forms. A user with standard King's Haki can emit a shockwave that causes those with weak willpower to freeze, and those with weaker willpower will faint. It can also be used to tame and scare wild beasts. When using an advanced type of King's Haki, a user can create Conqueror's Coating, which allows them to cover their body or weapon with Conqueror's Haki, dealing extra damage and leaving a lightning trail. It can be used in combination with standard armament coating. A similar but more advanced ability is combining Conqueror's coating with armament flow, as seen in chapter 1080 when Garp used Galaxy Impact to destroy a significant part of Hachinosu from the sky. Armament Haki can be combined with Conqueror's Haki, and I believe it's also possible to combine Conquerors with Observation Haki. We've seen it twice in Wano. Conqueror's Haki applied with Observation Haki allows a person to tense and target people in a specific range to communicate or impose their will on someone telepathically telepathically or mentally. For example, Luffy communicated with Momo after he was knocked off the rooftop by Kaido. It seemed that Luffy specifically wanted to speak with Momo, which is why Momo was the only one who heard Luffy's voice. Later, Luffy used this ability again to communicate with Law's crew to save him. Shanks also had a communication with Ryokugyu from a far distance. When Shanks said, "I won't call you Marines cowardly or underhanded," it was clear that he was talking to Ryokugyu, and Ryokugyu's response indicated that he heard what Shanks said. Shanks is also the only known person to possess Observation Killing, an advanced observational haki technique that allows him to control his presence and prevent others from seeing into the future. This is the first haki ability that can nullify an opponent's haki, and I believe he learned it during fights against Mihawk, another strong observational haki user. We've seen a similar ability before, such as when Luffy entered the whale forest on Zhao and didn't realize he was surrounded. Later, when they officially met Pedro and he dropped down from the trees, Luffy was surprised. Also, don't forget Carrot's attack on Zoro. She was spying on the group and no one noticed. As soon as she charged at them, it was clear that the haki users in the group, Zoro, Law, and Usopp, were surprised and reacted quickly. Somehow, Minks could nullify the observation haki of their opponents, or become unseen to everyone, which is an unusual form of haki. This may even explain how Lafette appeared at the meeting at Mary Joey's. A few seconds ago, I mentioned Mihawk, arguably one of the best observation haki users in One Piece. He also displayed another intriguing ability. In this scene, Luffy appears to foresee a future scenario in which Mihawk cuts off his arms. You could argue that Luffy sensed this, but Luffy was not an observation haki user at this time, let alone a future sight user. On top of all this, Oda drew Mihawk's eye, showing the zoom effect, and then depicted Luffy's future image right after. I believe it heavily implies that Mihawk was the cause. Additionally, in this scene, Mihawk states, "You're much calmer than I expected," implying that he knew exactly what Luffy saw, suggesting that he was trying to make Luffy panic or something of the sort. So what I'm trying to convey here is that Mihawk projected his future sight onto Luffy. No wonder Mihawk and Shanks' battles shook the sea in the past. Even Whitebeard remembered it many years later. As you can see, Haki isn't a straightforward system. There are many ways to master it and combine it with each other or with a devil fruit. It's clear that at the start of One Piece, there were some signs of Haki, like Shanks scaring the sea monster, Enel's mantra, and more, but it gained more meaning after Marineford. Haki is crucial to countering strong devil fruits. Without Armament Haki, you can't even touch a Logia user. However, strong Haki also counters Paramecia devil fruits. For example, during the battle with Big Mom and Kaido, Kid asked Law if he could send one of them away with his powers, but Law responded that their Haki was too strong to move them directly. This is why some fans believe that devil fruits do not matter anymore because of Haki, but that's not entirely true. Devil fruit awakening is the key to defeating strong Haki users. Kid and Law could use their abilities on Big Mom after awakening their devil fruits. Luffy was able to manipulate Kaido's body like rubber, and Lucci managed to quickly bypass Sentamaru's advanced Armament Haki in his awakened form. Sentamaru even mentioned that he saw Lucci's attack coming and tried to block it, but he could not. Also, Zoro, Fujitora, and other strong Haki users could not cut through Don Flamingo's awakening. This is why Oda's writing is so amazing and the Haki and Devil Fruit power systems are balanced. Comparing characters' power levels in One Piece is challenging due to the variety of Devil Fruits, their awakened forms, 3 types of Haki, their advanced forms, and newly introduced Haki types. Some characters excel in some types of Haki, some in using Devil Fruits, while some have a balanced combination. Most top-tier fights don't revolve around whose Haki is stronger. We've witnessed creative counterpowers even within Devil Fruits, with one of the best examples being Enel versus Luffy. As I mentioned earlier, Haki is continuously evolving, and we can expect to see new Haki powers in Elbaf as well. This arc is expected to be one of the most crucial arcs in One Piece, so if you're curious about what will happen in Elbaf, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.